For those of you guys that don't know, yesterday I played in the last chance qualifier for World Series of Warzone, which would have given us an opportunity to make it to LAN. We lost by 3 points and we got 5th place when only the top 4 move on. And two of my teammates, were cheating, and I didn't know that until after the fact and the receipts had come out. The video that I'm going to show you today gives you the full context and explanation behind everything that has to do with me not knowing that my teammates were cheating and sort of clearing things up and trying to make things right, as well as a conversation with Vex kind of explaining that, just explaining his logic and justification behind why he did what he did. So if you guys have any questions or anything, you can feel free to reach out to me or join the stream on YouTube. I probably won't be streaming tonight, but I'll take a little bit of time, and hopefully I want to put this all behind me by the end of this weekend. So thank you. I'm making this video as sort of a formal apology to everybody that was competing in LCQ. Apparently I was playing with 2 cheaters that I was completely unaware of, and I'll start essentially at the beginning and try to make this as concise as possible. If you don't want to stay here for the rest of the video, this is just me explaining to you how this came about, and sort of following up on the events that have kind of transpired over the course of the past like 12 hours or so. A couple of years ago, I met Vexoh when he was in high school. This was a kid, he was probably like 16, 17. I was in college at the time. I was on Xbox. I hadn't even started content creation, but when I did start content creation, I finally got to PC, started working full time. I haven't talked to him for maybe about 2 or 3 years. Recently, I want to say about 6 months ago, I noticed he was starting to play in 2v2s, playing in a lot more customs and just playing competitively. Like a player whose name I recognized but I had to talk to in God knows how long. I probably talked to him maybe like 3-4 times over the course of the past 3 years, up until everything with World Series of Warzone started. World Series of Warzone was announced. Initially, I was supposed to be playing with Leonard and Top Elevator, but that didn't work out for whatever reasons. So because World Series of Warzone was announced, and I had been training literally every single customs for like the past 6 months, just trying to build up my confidence and try to find a team and just kind of prove myself in the community. It didn't work out that way, unfortunately. And World Series of Warzone was announced so late to the point where I wasn't able to accommodate for like what schedules I already had. I had work. I work full time, and I also had a vacation planned for my birthday in June, the same week of quals. So I wasn't able to find a team in time, so I just had to bite the bullet essentially, and I kind of had to reconcile that and focus on content creation. When I came back, I noticed that Vex and Vex and Ave had made a post saying that they needed one and that they were dropping Joe Gang after they essentially just didn't work out in stage 2 finals. I reached out to them and I said, hey, if you guys need one, I'm an IGL. I have this much experience, and I also made it to LCQ last year with Omen, Mortality, and Dalt. And unfortunately, things just didn't work out last year, but I had the experience to help them out. We had a conversation over the course of about like a week, I don't want to say, where I said, hey, listen, I don't think you should drop Joe Gang, but that was just on me. They already had the cam. They had already been practicing together. Plus, it wasn't fair to him. And they both told me that they were parting ways with him no matter what. They just didn't think that it was going to work. So I said, okay, that's not on me. Obviously, I wanted them to stay together. I would have preferred that they stay together, but you know, at the end of the day, that was a decision that they made, and they said that they wanted to go with me anyway because they knew that I was an IGL and that I was somebody who had the experience to help them get past the hump, which was, you know, obviously making it to LAN. I told them not to waste my time, and I told them if I'm going to be taking time away from my content creation, which is obviously another source of income for me and something I take very seriously, I told them, do not waste my time. We need to take this serious. And it seemed like they were serious. They were active. Ave had a newborn child that came in, so it kind of hampered things in terms of us getting our chem up. But over the course like the next week or so, I mean over the course of the past week, excuse me, we had started playing customs because customs before that weren't filling. I had done a bunch of VOD review. I had done a bunch of work just trying to catch up, get up to speed, and seeing where teams were landing, and just getting prepped for essentially what was LCQ today, thinking that we were going to do very well. And over the course of the past couple of days, we have been doing very well. At least it seemed like that, but apparently, you know, I was wrong. On the timeline, I saw some receipts that Vex was cheating. And at first I'm thinking like, nah, he's not cheating. I mean, I've known the kid for years technically, right? Like this is an old friend, if you'd want to call it that, and someone who I was just like now starting to build a relationship with again. But I had no reason to believe he was cheating. I mean, again, when you build that trust over the course of a certain amount of time, you would think nothing of it. And I didn't know who Ave was, but he was prepping pretty well. It seemed like they had been prepared to come into this, and it seemed like they were very close. I mean, they only lost by a couple of points in stage 2 finals, and to top it off, in stage 2 finals they didn't have the same accusations. These receipts didn't come out. They hadn't been banned, so in my mind I'm thinking there's no way that these guys could be cheating, or else just like that guy Chef Gapparoni, they would have been caught by now. But that wasn't the case. I guess they just slipped through. They slipped through stage 1, stage 2, they slipped through the TKR, and then they got all the way to LCQ. And I did not know. I promise you, I didn't know. That being said, LCQ comes, and we're not doing too good the first couple of games, but you can go back to our VOD. I was just saying, my VOD, excuse me. You can go back to my VOD. I was just saying, just keep our head in it, and that was essentially our game plan, just to make sure we stayed level-headed. We have all our notes from LCQ and all the notes I took, all the work I did to try and help us get over this hump, but apparently they just didn't take it seriously enough because they want to take the easy way out and try and cheat their way to LCQ and still sell. But with that being said, I didn't know that they were cheating, and I went to bat for them because of two reasons. One, they took a chance on me, right? It's difficult for me to find a competitive team as much time and effort that I've put into this content, or not into content creation, but into the competitive scene of Call of Duty. So when I had an opportunity to play in World Series of Warzone, especially because I wasn't able to compete in the TKO with my original team, I took it. I was excited to, and I gotta be honest with you, I had no reason to believe that they were cheating. Again, they made it past like 4 major stages. I'm like, at this point, somebody would have caught them, right? Some of the clips, don't get me wrong, I was like, oh, that looks sus, but I mean, Jesus, go through half of my clips on YouTube Shorts and tell me if not like 4 or 5 of them are sus, at the very least in the past 10. So that being said, I had no reason to not believe them. They took a chance on me. And that's why I went to bat for them on Twitter, but unfortunately I didn't know. And not that this is any sort of like justification for it, but there's a lot of accusations that are thrown out on a daily basis, and even people I would consider friends of mine, people that I've played with consistently, like Nathan Cod or Immortality or Awesome. These are people that I've played with enough to say I don't think that they're cheating, but accusations get thrown out every day, and until there's hard evidence of it, I never really think anything of it. On top of that, Vex also swore to me that he wasn't cheating. He swore to me. I asked Ave, I said, did you know that Vex was cheating? Do you know if he's cheating? Ave said no, he wasn't cheating. He didn't know. He basically just negated the fact that Vex was cheating. He said, no, this is all bullshit, bro. We can all just get PC checked and covered up. In my mind, they swore to me. I said, okay, cool. If that's the case, I will defend you guys as hard and as staunchly as I would defend anybody else who I haven't seen hard, tangible proof of cheating. And for me, that includes getting a PC checked or getting like super like permaban, hardware ban, or something along those lines. After they had swore to me, I started kind of going back and forth, not like in a bratty, like hatty way. I'm not here to like make any enemies or try and start any arguments on a timeline. It's just not the way that I move or like the way that I operate. But to a certain degree, I had to stick up for the people who I felt loyal to because they gave me an opportunity to compete at the highest level that I wouldn't otherwise have. Over the course of the past couple of hours, we fell short from LCQ, and to be honest with you, yes, I felt great knowing that at least I did my best and we performed well. We did all we could. We gave it our best shot, and we were off by 3 points. But now I'm finding out that Vex came out to me in a random DM while I'm talking to Ra trying to get a PC check, and he says, you know what, bro, I did that. I'm sorry. What can I say, man? DM'd me as if it was nothing, as if he was just texting a friend. What I'm going to show you is going to be the conversation that I had with Vex over the course of I want to say maybe like 20 minutes ago. I was just speaking with him. So I'll show you guys this conversation and I'll finish out what I have to say.
Yeah, I know.
Let me get this
I
straight.
did that shit, bro. I know.
You yacked up for LCQ and NA finals.
I've been yacked up for a while, bro. Get the band you. A while.
How long?
Since early February, middle February, around there.
You yacked up this entire time.
I'm sorry I put you and your brand in that risk. I know it's my fault. It shouldn't even fucking happen in the first place. I'm wrong for doing it. I'm about to come out on Twitter and admit the shit.
Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you pick me up knowing what would happen? Knowing how much work I put in to get to this point. Letting me do all of that VOD review for us, making all of those notes.
We shouldn't even got caught in the fucking first place.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
you
I
shouldn't have got
I
caught. You thought you were you're gonna go to land and drop fucking 3 like WAG? In 6 minutes. What the fuck did you think? What the fuck did you think would happen?
It was dumb shit that shouldn't fucking happen in the first place.
You fucking swore to me. I went to bat for you because you guys took a chance on me. You made me look fucking stupid on the timeline. You discredited everything that I did the past 6 months to get to this point. You fucking coward, bro.
I'm sorry, man.
What do you mean I'm fucking sorry, bro? That means jack shit to me. That means jack shit. Bro, what do you do with your life? What do you do with your... That's fucking insane. What do you do with your life, bro? You don't go to school. You don't have a job. Your parents are fucking millionaires. They pay for everything, bro. And you thought you were gonna skate your way to fucking to World Series LAN? What did you think would happen? All that to fucking sell, and we still didn't qual? You were yacked and we still didn't qual.
Rob, okay.
Well,
I
fucking
understand.
call me Rob.
Bro, I understand, right? But if you think we're the only team doing that shit, bro,
That was your justification. That was your justification. We were the only.
I know it's wrong, obviously, right? But I just took the chance. I know. And literally, it only happened because of dumb shit. DMs got exposed. From our gameplay performance, you couldn't fucking tell. I'm gonna admit it on Twitter. I'm gonna say that you had nothing to do with it.
What the fuck does that do? What the fuck is that gonna do for me? What the fuck is that gonna do for me, buddy?
Clear your name.
It does
Clear your
jack
name.
shit.
You
Doesn't matter.
yeah.
That's like 3 people they've accused me of cheating and playing with.
You okay? Hold on.
And now
You
you're
think
actually
that-
and now you actually did it. You wasted 2 fucking weeks of my time. And now you had the nerve to blame Joe Gang on that shit? You guys were yacked and you still lost and you blame Joe Gang and want to swim. What did you think would happen? That makes no sense. What the first thing I fucking told you was don't waste my time. Was that not the first thing I told you? I said if you guys pick me up.
Bro.
What?
I know. We didn't cooperate. I know, bro. It's a fuck up. I know.
It's not a fuck up, bro. You're just an idiot.
Yeah.
You were yacked up for 6 months. LCQ, and you still got 19th? You barely made it out?
I mean,
What the fuck is the point, bro? No, you have to justify it. Explain this to me, bro.
just greed, man. Money. Just greed.
You fucking coward, bro. You're rich! Your parents are rich! You drove a Porsche!
I want to make a career for myself, Rob. Like, bro.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here, bro. You're a fucking coward. I'm not necessarily sure what I can do to prove my innocence, but it's pretty evident there. Vex and Ave have no respect for work ethic, no respect for anybody in the community. They obviously didn't give a fuck about what was going to happen to me and my brand as a YouTuber, as a content creator, as someone who's worked tirelessly to get to where I am. After my conversation with Vex, I tried to reach out to Ave. I didn't know for sure if Ave was in on it or not, but at that point I have to assume he was because they seem to have been closer than I was with Vex. And Ave blocked me. Ironically, he blocked me on Discord, so I think that answers that question. I do want to set something clear because I was chosen as the IGL for this team, and Smixy had referenced the fact that we were trying to isolate FNATIC and Prospects team. And I want to be very clear. I did my VOD review. I know that Prospects team either landed at Popov because Shifty wasn't in the game anymore, or they landed at Manor. Those are the only 2 spots that I saw them landing at in the customs that I was reviewing for their gameplay. I knew that Team FNATIC was landing at Fire Station, and I purposefully wanted to land us middle of Old Town where the Coliseum is, so we can use that zip to try and get away from both of those 2 teams and either fight in City or rotate out to Low Town. We did not, or I did not plan on pushing either of those teams. I didn't know my teammates were cheating. I'm probably one of the most competitive people that I know, but I will not win by any means necessary, and especially not by cheating. I do not want to ruin all of the hard work that's gotten me where I am today, not just with my YouTube channel, but in the comp scene itself. I've been doing my best to try and make a name for myself, and Vex and Ave were willing to tarnish that at just an opportunity to play at LAN and try and make a name for themselves. But I can't reconcile what happened today. I can't fix what they did to the community, what they did, the opportunities that they took away from a number of other hardworking teams. But what I can do is try and clear my name and try and make right for whatever that counts to you that might be seeing this. So first things first, I did get a PC check by somebody through the Visit Dojo Customs. His name is Mountain. Rebecca was there, as well as somebody else named Mezzanine, and they were there for the entire PC check. I have that recorded as well, and they'll be getting me the results soon, which I know will come out as not guilty if he's not already sent that to me right now. The first thing I also did when Vex reached out to me and told me that he was cheating is I reached out to the admin at Activision and told him to remove our team from the standings. I don't remember who was in 6th place right behind us, but whoever was in 6th place, if a spot opens up in the NA, I guess LAN, you guys will have that opportunity to do that. So I mean, I'm sure they would have done it anyway, but I just took the initiative to try and take that on. We did get 2nd place into customs, and I did tell Rebecca, who also is a moderator for Visit Dojo, to remove the earnings from not just my account, but the accounts from Vex and Ave as well. I'm not sure if she can give that money to the team that was in 3rd place, because I'm not sure if that's the most fair thing to do, but it just seems like the right thing to do, because whatever I've earned up until this point playing with them, is just gone and out of the dust. So I can only give you guys the sincere apology for those people whose opportunities I ruined, but it was out of ignorance, and I guess I could do a better job of vetting my teammates, but I had no reason to believe that they were cheating, and they seemed pretty honest to me at the time. So I'll be frank that I think the hardest pill to swallow about all of this is I thought that our ability to get 5th place in probably like one of the hardest tournaments, literally LCQ has to be one of the hardest tournaments, I thought that was indicative of my ability to lead a team to as an IGL, and like kind of showed how far I've come along in terms of being competitive. And really, quite frankly, I thought for me it cemented myself as one of the best players literally in the world, and probably one of the best IGLs. And granted, that might all be ego, but I think I was excited to try and defend that just as much as I was excited to try and defend some people that I thought were loyal to me, but really were just using me. So it is what it is. They were willing to let their selfishness and greed overcome any morals that were associated with work ethic, and they stole that opportunity and were willing to ruin my reputation, as well as steal this all from over 100 other people. And unfortunately, I'll never be able to get this stain off of my comp career, but I'm hoping things won't end here for me. And if that is the case, then I'll just stick with content, and I'll let the sleeping dog lie. But one of the Activision mods said that this could impact my ability to play in future Faceit tournaments, which would probably be World Series of Warzone next year. And I'm hoping that I can get this message out to enough people to hopefully clear my name and kind of like put me in the right, so that if I didn't want to compete next year, I'd still have that opportunity to do that with another team. And I've also been getting a lot of DMs of people thinking that I was cheating, and I knew that my teammates were cheating. But a funny thing about public opinion is that it's pretty fickle, and it's not always surrounded by facts, but about what the popular narrative is. Anyway, I wish I could make this up to you guys, but this is all I can do for now. So if you guys want to reach me, if you guys want to DM me, if you guys have any questions, if anybody wants to talk more about this, I'm probably the easiest person to get in contact with. You can just hit me up on Twitter or something. Much love, peace, blessings.